What's going on, guys? Today I'm going to be showing y'all how to install some XKGLOW adjustable wheel ring lights. Okay, obviously first step you got to take the wheel off. So to do that, you jack up your front end and throw some jack stands underneath. Make sure they are secured and that they're not going to fall with movement and stuff like that. And then you go ahead and take the wheel off, and now you are ready to go. Okay, so these are the adjustable wheel ring lights, so I need to have this be able to be installed on there. I already know what size I need, but I'll go over sizing in a second. I'm just gonna show you how to put in the adjustable part. So first, I clip these zip ties that are already on it so that I have some room to be able to get these out of the way to get to these two screws. Then I take these two screws out, and that is going to actually take off this tab to be able to split the ring in half. So now my ring is split in half, and I already know what size I need for this one, but I'll show you basically how you need to size it. Fold these down so that you can put it around. Keep in mind that this is the side that your third mount is going on. So that third mount is going to be directly across from your caliper because there's nowhere to mount it with the caliper. So you can't mount it on this side, you have to mount it this way. So you're going to go up and around caliper, and then fold these down to kind of get an idea of where you're gonna put them. Just the best you can because we haven't cut them yet, obviously. And then I usually leave about, I don't know, probably about an inch of spacing all the way around. Now, also keep in mind that these are the OEM calipers and the OEM rotors. So if you're going to upgrade in size to bigger rotors and a bigger caliper, you will have to stretch this out further with your adjustable ring. So there's 3 different settings, 1, 2, and 3 on both sides. This is where your third mounting will go, right there. But you do have 3 different options as far as the size goes. So that's basically how you size it, and then you take it back off and set it to where you need it. So this side with the ridge goes on the inside, because if you put it with here, it doesn't go over this line. Put it on like that. And then you take your set screws, let me get one started here. Right there. Oh, I need to take my little zip tie out of the way, that's why. And you screw in one side. And repeat on the other side. And then you'll have 2 set screws on both sides. Alright, you can end it right there. So then you mark where to cut your tabs off, because when you fold these down, it hits the inside of the hub. So you just mark where you need to have them cut down to size on all 3, and then cut them. There you go. Okay, done. It's not plugged in. Oh God, okay. Okay, so now that you have your tabs cut and you have it placed, I just use my little clips to kind of mark it where I need it to be. You want to make sure you still have some clearance in the caliper and that it's not rubbing on it. I only have 2 clips, so that's why I'm holding this one so it doesn't turn on me. But a couple other things you want to make sure that you have room for is your, since you're attaching it to the dust shield on the back, you want to make sure that when the screw goes through, it's not going to hit like your tie rod or any other moving parts. And since it also stops right here on this side, you want to make sure that you have enough ample space on the back to attach it to on the back as well. So now I just kind of mark where I want my holes to go so I can drill them out on my tabs. And then I take them off and drill them. So then I also use a spring-loaded punch. I mean, one with a hammer works fine too. And I come over here to my little mark and I punch a little starter hole to be able to drill. Okay, that's good. Hold up. For the love of peace. Not sponsored by Milwaukee yet. That'd be the day. Okay, so now that I have my holes drilled in the tabs, I put this back up, mock it, see where, if everything looks good still, and then I just mark where the holes need to be drilled. And then, of course, with my center punch, I make a little starter hole. Take it off. And drill your holes. So, try to get this lined up. Okay. Move on me sometimes. So now we have all of the holes drilled in our dust cover and in our tabs. We're ready for hardware now. So the screws are gonna go pointed into the vehicle. So I take a little pry bar and I pry out gently to feed the screw through the hole. Helps to have little fingers or pliers, either one. And then once it's in there, you've got it started. And I take my little pry bar to hold tension on the back, feed the tab through, and put my nut on the other side. And repeat the process for the other two. And then tighten once all of them are on. I have all of the mounting bolts and screws, nuts, hardware in. You're going to take your little cap screw, and then on this tab there is a little area where you set it in place so that they no longer turn. And then you just tighten it down, and so now this one won't turn. Gang gang. Now that the ring is on and tightened down, so now that the ring is tightened down and it's now mounted, we're gonna throw some loom over the wiring to make sure that it stays protected from getting rubs or basically just getting rubs and having shorts. So that's why we put protective looming over it. But yeah.